Okay. This question talks about the production of some agricultural crops in a country named Indiana in the years 2010-11 and 2011-12. The crops are food grains, oilseeds, sugarcane, cotton, and jute. The data shown is of targeted production for 2011-12, output for 2011-12, and the percentage increase in output over 2010 and 11. Now, moving ahead with the question is the food grain production in million ton in 2010-11 was nearly. So I have to find out the food grain production. I can see that the food grain production in 2011-12 was 160.4 and the percentage increase over 2010-11 was 25. So what I'll do, I have 160.4 million ton production and the percentage increase was 125. That means 125% of previous year's production, which I assume to be X, is equal to 160.4. This implies X is equals to 160.4 upon 125 into 100. By approximation, if I assume it to be 160, I can easily see the answer will turn out to be 128. That is option B. Next. The crop whose output showed the maximum deviation from the targeted production. Witness the percentage deviation of. We have to find out the crop which showed the maximum deviation from the targeted production. Remember, the deviation could be in either side. It could be a negative deviation or a positive deviation. That means the output could be more or could be less. We have to find out the maximum difference from the target. Now I see that this question can be done just by looking at the options. Just see, food grains target was 162.7, output was 160. That means decrease of 2 million ton. On a percentage basis, I would see that it is very less. It is approximately 1.2% something. For oil seeds, the target was 18.9 and the output was 16.2. That means reduction of 2.7 million ton. 2.7 of 18.9 is approximately 15%. So this is 15% higher than food grains. If I go for sugarcane, it is 20.5 target and 22.5 is the output. That means an increase of close to 10%. If I go to cotton, the target was 14.7, the output was 18.9. That means an increase of 4.2 million ton over 14.7, that target. When I calculate this 4.2 upon 14.7, I see that on solving it will turn out to be 2 by 7, which is approximately equal to 28.57%. I have to check one more option, that is jute. Jute is from 12.3 to 14.8, that is an increase of 2.5 million ton. 2.5 of 12.3 is close to 20%. So my answer is cotton and that is 28.6%, that is option D. Next, if there was an increase of 4.5 million ton in the production of sugarcane in 2012-13 over that of the previous year, what was the simple annual growth rate in the production of the sugarcane from 2010-11 to 2012-13? Fine. So we have to find out the production, what was the production in 2010-11 and what was the production in 2012-13, and then we will find out the simple annual growth rate. Let's see. Sugarcane, I see that in 2011-12, it is 22.5. It has been increased by 4.5 million ton. That is 2012-13, it should be 27 million tons. And 2010-11, I don't know, but I know that there is an increase of 35%. Let's do it some other way. The other way is that I know that there is a 35% increase. So what I'll do, I'll assume in 2010-11 the production was X million ton. So in 2011-12 it should be 1.35x. It got increased by 35%. And in I know that 4.5 is 20% of 22.5, which is an increase in 2012-13. So I can say that it increased by 20% in 2012-13. So this should be 1.2 into 1.35x. When you multiply these two values, you will get 1.62x. So that means from 2010-11 to 2012-13 there was an increase of 62%. Simple annual growth rate, I'll divide it by 2 because the time duration is 2 years, so the answer is 31%. Hence the option is option C. If oil seeds production in 2019-20 was 24.4, what was the simple annual growth rate in the production of oil seeds from 2011-12 to 2019-20? In 2019-20, it is 24.4 million ton. In 2011-12, it is 16.2. We see that there is an increase of approximately 8.2 million ton. Fine. 8.2 is of 16.2 is close to 50%, and this 50% is an increase in 8 years period. So simple annual growth rate, for to find out simple annual growth rate, I'll divide this 50 by 8, which will give me approximately 6.2%. The closest option is 6.3%. The answer is 6.3%.